What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing my first DC Multiverse review on Armored Batman from Batman vs. Superman. I got this guy at Target. It wasn't locally, it was actually very far away. I just got back from a cruise, which is why I haven't posted in a week and a half or so. Now, before we get into the figure, let's just take a quick look at the accessories he came with. Batman only comes with one accessory, actually two if you count the Build-A-Figure part, but it comes with this gun. There's no paint on it, it's just molded in black plastic, but it does have some nice detail in there. Nice grip, kind of got this like grenade launcher looking thing at the end. It's nice, the stock doesn't come out, which is a bummer, but the only shit thing about this figure is that this can't even fit in his hand, man. I guess if you wanted to warp the plastic in the hand, you can fit it, but I don't want to ruin my figure like that, man. I don't think this would even look right with the Armored Batman regardless, so it doesn't bum me out too much, but just be careful if you do want to fit this in that you don't bend the plastic. And then he also comes with the Build-A-Figure part, which is what I'm going to call it because it's kind of like the same thing as the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, you know, pieces. So if you collect all six, I believe there's six in the wave, you get to build the grapnel blaster, grapnel gun, something like that. It actually does look pretty cool, but there's that piece. I think this goes at the top somewhere. It's not very big. I mean, I got pretty ginormous hands, so let me bring in Armored Batman to give you a closer look, see how big this is next to his head. So it's decently sized, man. I don't think I'm going to do all six figures from the wave just because I'm not that big of a DC fan, but I do enjoy the Armored Batman figure. Now let's get into Batman. I think this looks so cool. The design of the suit is just amazing. Like I said in the past, maybe like 2 minutes ago, that I'm not a huge DC fan. I'm not one of those guys that is like, oh man, Marvel's way better than DC. I just enjoy Marvel a lot more, which I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me. But I think the design and the concept of this Armored Batman is so cool. The paint apps on him are actually really decent, but I was actually talking to my twin brother that a customer of this guy with, you know, better paint, it would just look so cool. Because as you know, the articulation with this line of figures is just not very good at all, man. Just, you know, single jointed elbows, single jointed knees. It's just, I don't know. That's why I like the DC collectibles, because their articulation is just so much better. You got his gold belt, which is all beat up, looks very, very nice. Got that Armored with all these dents and dings and scratches in it. Just so cool, man. I enjoy it. You can see how there's some flat gray that's like the plastic, and then this nice like metallic silver paint going throughout. And I just wish they would have used a lot more because this figure definitely would have popped. Oh, you got a little strap right there with some silver paint in the middle, and then the head sculpt. The mouth, I think I can see a little bit of Ben Affleck in there, man. I mean, you got people saying, doesn't even look like him. This is the only thing that I cannot stand is when people buy a $20 toy and expect Hot Toys quality out of it. I just don't really understand that. They did a nice job with the eyes. They actually do look like they're glowing a little bit, and they just nailed the helmet. There's a quick look from the side. Look at all that dings and scratches, man. I just think the paint looks fantastic. I like the flesh tone a lot. I like how they painted the lips a different color, just not, you know, that one solid flesh tone color. And his boots at the bottom, you got those spikes. This figure is very hard to stand up, which is why I had him so posed awkwardly in the beginning, because you cannot get him to stand straight up. Armpits, not a whole lot going on. Like I said, that metal armor is just fantastic. And then on the back, this does not come off, I don't believe. I really don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to break it. And on the back, there's some more armor. They didn't chisel on the detail at all. And with the paint also, this is painted very nice. This fantastic sculpt work in there, man. You see the flat right here, just no silver paint at all. You got some black right there. Oh, just great, man. That silver paint gets me. I just think that looks awesome. And then its little neck right there is black, but it also has some cool lines in there. Just great. See the black around his mouth. There's a quick view from the side. You got his little, like, you know, bat daggers right there that are painted in gold. Same thing with the other side, and they also have them towards his boot. I just can't get over those treads, man. Look how cool that is. But like I said, you can't get him to stand up straight. Now let's get into some quick articulation with Armored Batman. So his foot can go up pretty decent amount. It can go back, and there is no ankle pivot. He has a single jointed knee. He does have, it's not really in the middle of the thigh, kind of like the lower thigh swivel. You can kick up about that far. His legs can go out, but he's got, you know, the gaping crotch, you know, pits right there. And then his wrist can swivel. There is no hinge. He has a single jointed elbow. He does have a bicep swivel. Come on. And then his arm can go about that far. It can go forward, but it cannot do a full 360 because the cape gets in the way. His head can't really look up, I guess, a little bit. It can kind of look down. It can turn side to side. and there really isn't a pivot. He does have a waist swivel, and then he does have an ab crunch, but it's a poor excuse for an ab crunch. It can't really go forward. That's about it forward right there. But it can go back a decent amount if I can just... Yeah, see, that's not horrible. I mean, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's not horrible. Figure comparison time. So here's Armored Batman next to General Zod, and Batman is definitely a lot taller than he is. So I got him to stand up, but the crap thing about it is I had to like lean him forward a lot just because I couldn't get him to stand up straight. See how he's kind of leaning like that, which is a bummer. So if he was standing straight up, he would be even more taller than Zod is. And here he is next to Feora, and he is just massive compared to her, man, even when he's leaning towards just a little bit. That's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.